I have no filter these days. Yeah, it's a fake way of bonding, really.
Quiet.
So,
Did not go well.
and that was like the straw that broke the camel's back that led to my total emotional breakdown. Thank you, Malisa, for listening to your intuition.
My mom being dead.
And Angie.
Just see you next time.
See you next time. Okay, let's go fast. 1, 2, 3.
Unquiet soul.
Okay.
Hello. Welcome back to
Hello.
Unquiet Soul. We're your hosts, Angie and Malisa. You look so pretty.
Thanks. I deconstructed one of my birthday lays and made some earrings.
Look at you, little crafty.
Yes.
I love it. You did so
Speaking of
good.
crafty, I did a watercolor challenge last week. Have you ever watercolored?
Yeah, because I got this book that has
Mm.
instructions and whatever.
I really liked it. Like the first day, because I had never used watercolor before. So I was like, I don't know if this is for me because I don't really know how to use it. But then I really turned a corner on the second day and it was a lot of fun.
Oh. So
Yeah.
what
So
have
I
you
think,
been painting?
well, so every day was a different thing. And the girl who was hosting, she lives in Cayman Islands. So everything was a beach theme, which I obviously love. The first day
Yeah.
was a reef. I don't remember the exact order. We did a reef the first day for sure, but then we did jellyfish, shell, starfish, and then the fifth day was fish, and I chose clownfish, but it was all like
How
beachy themes. Yeah.
fun.
But like my shell, jellyfish, and starfish, I think turned out really well.
Wow. I've been looking at my book lately and being like, I need to do that again. The problem is when I pull stuff like that out, Charlie then wants to do it too. And
Oh, you just
she's
went a long time.
hypercritical of her own stuff. And I'm
You
like just
know,
doing it for fun.
as an adult, arts and crafts has really brought out a lot of my trauma. Like my friend Heather and I, a few years ago, we started doing like arts and crafts types workshops and stuff. And I was like, wow, it like brought out my perfectionism because I get super critical of myself. I get very competitive because in a class setting like this thing last week, it was just on Zoom and most days I had to watch the recording later because I couldn't make it live. But if I'm in a group setting, I get very competitive. Like I want to be ahead of other people. Like it brings out all kinds of trauma.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't for me because I'm aware of it. But I just have a really good time doing it now. But the vibe can be brought down pretty quick whenever I got a kid like me, me, me,
But I
me.
can see that.
I
Yeah.
don't like mine. Look, yours looks better than mine. Shit like that, which
But
can be
that's
a
the
learning
cool thing about
opportunity,
art.
but that's not how
Yeah.
I want to do it. I want to fucking have
Right.
fun, not teach somebody
Yeah.
else how to have fun.
No, I get that. But I actually had a good lesson in that when I was learning fingernail art because I first started learning fingernail art when I lived in Chicago. And I was really fortunate because there were two really good fingernail artists who lived in Chicago. So one of them, I went to her at least once a month and I would just watch her do my nails. Like that was part of how I learned was just like watching her like a hawk. And then at one point she would very rarely do workshops. And when she did, it would only be open to licensed nail artists, which was not me. But one time she had a workshop, it was limited to 10 people and she was like, anyone could come. So I like signed up immediately and there was only 10 of us and everybody else was a licensed nail tech. So I immediately felt so much shame. I'm like, everybody's so much better than me. But you know how, like, in those have you ever done one of those, like, wine and painting
Mhm.
classes? And, like, the teacher's like, "Okay, this is how you do it," but then at the end,
Everybody
everybody
looks
looks
different.
totally different. So that's how this workshop was, like, she would give us a design and we would all do it, and everybody's would look good, but everybody's would be totally different, and that was my first lesson in, like, we're all unique and we have, like, our own spin on things.
Right.
So it's like it doesn't have to look identical, so that's when I started, like, appreciating my own flair, so I think that's just the stage that Charlie needs to
Yeah.
get to. Because I used to, like, compare to other people and be like, "Well, mine needs to look like that."
Yeah, and I'm like, "Mine's not even looking that great. I'm just having a good time with it." You know what I mean? Like, shut the
Yeah.
fuck up. But, yeah, I have that book. I just looked at it the other day. I did put together my first Lego set. I posted that. You
Ooh.
may have seen it. It was very fun, and one of the things that happened during my mental health crisis when I was trying to have fun, I got a Lego set off of Temu, so the directions were horrible. And immediately, like 5 minutes in, I just start silently crying, which really traumatized Bryson because he didn't live here at the time. He was just visiting and like, "What is up with fucking mom?" Like, it was so sad. And so he references that so much, like, how, like, traumatic it was to just see me break the fuck down over Legos. So this time, a couple of times, the whole, like, part that I was working on just fell apart, and I was like, "Oh, shit," and just kinda dooed it back together, and I was like, "Guess who didn't have a breakdown? No crying over here." Like, I was so proud of myself because it was just like, "Oh, well, that's frustrating. Okay, well," and, like, several
Yeah.
times it would fall all apart trying to put this one piece in, and then Charlie was holding it and accidentally broke a few things, and I was, like, chill about it and just put it back together. So,
Yeah.
I was really proud of myself by the end of my
Yeah,
little
that's
Lego.
exciting because that's growth in action.
Right? Yeah, and it was so cute. It's a little watering can with flowers and butterflies at the top.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's so cute. So, yeah. But that's exciting that who knows that they even offer things like that, a watercolor challenge. Good for
Yeah, I
you for
know.
knowing about it and doing it.
I hope she starts offering more stuff. I signed up for her newsletter because I don't know, it was just fun to get out of my normal routine.
Yeah, I'd kinda like to know about the next one.
I'll let you know.
Okay. What else has been going on?
Ooh, I'm trying to think. I don't know, like, nothing super eventful. I feel like all I do is work and surf. The surf has
Yeah.
been good.
Well, good. I never remember where you live, and so I saw something the other day about a wave coming over the top of some condos,
I
and I was
saw that
like,
online. I'm not sure
yeah,
where that was either,
I was
honestly.
like,
I don't think it was
surely
here.
if that was anywhere near her, she'd tell me about it.
That's insane, though. I
Excuse me, my
Bless you.
goodness. How was your birthday?
It was good. How was yours?
It was also good. I went on a little staycation with a friend to an acreage like 25 minutes away from me.
Oh,
Miss
cool.
Airbnb misrepresented it a little bit, but
Yeah.
immediately I was like, "Okay, that's fine." Like, it was not a two-bedroom, it was a one-bedroom, and then the living room also had a pull-out couch, which it was 2 girls. We're kind of fraidy cats, so I was like, "So we'll be sharing this room because the living room feels scary at night." And then you also had to reserve because it had a tennis court and a pool, but you had to reserve your time for them. And I didn't get
Mm,
great sleep that first night, so the next day, I did recording and therapy from there. So when I was all done, I was like, "Girl, I need a nap, like, real bad." So I slept through our time for the activities, but I had to or I wasn't gonna make it. So I
yeah.
slept for, like, 2 hours, and we ate the best food. My friend was so sweet, she bought all the food from Trader Joe's, and it was so good. We were eating the shit out of the charcuterie board stuff, and then we had enchiladas the second night, like, it was so good, but,
Oh, cool.
um so the second night we've stayed up, we're talking, it's like 1:45 AM, and I'm like, "I cannot believe we've stayed up talking like this," whatever. We get in the bedroom, I get under the covers, she's, like, doing stuff, about to turn off the light, so she pulls the side of her side of the bed back, because it was a huge bed, so I was like, "I don't care, we can share a bed." Spider. She freaks out, so I'm like, "Okay, no worries, no worries." So I get up, and I'm gonna swoop it off and smash it, but I'm trying to do that, swoop it off before
Wait,
because
so what
she's
kind of spider are we talking about? Is it big?
no, it
Oh,
wasn't one to be this afraid of, I'll tell you that much,
okay.
but she's got a thing, so okay. So I'm
Well,
like,
especially
"Alright,
just getting ready to go to sleep. I hate that.
yes." And I didn't wanna smash it on the bed because that's where she's gonna sleep. So I'm trying for the perfect timing. I missed the timing. This is like a built-in platform with a foam mattress. So anyway, it escaped us into bedland whenever I was because I didn't move fast enough and I was like, oh shit. Anyway, so I could tell she was pretty up in arms about this and she was frantic and kind of pacing and I'm going through the options and we thought about pulling out the pull-out couch, but we're like, "If there's a spider in this bed, what's gonna be in that?" You know what
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean?
Oh,
Because,
yeah.
like, that probably gets much less use. So, we try kind of just sleeping on the couch for a second, but she's still pretty ate up about this spider. And so, at one point, I was like, I mean, the only other option is, like, pack up and go home. By now, it's close to 3 AM, 'kay? And she's like, "Well, I don't wanna make you have to drive in the dark like that," which told me she definitely wants to go home, right? But so I'm like, "Okay," trying to be chill, and then eventually I go, "The only thing about packing up right now is, like, all that food. We'd have to pack up all that food right now, like, at 3 AM." She goes, "Yeah, I think we could do it. I do." And I was like, "Okay, she's not gonna be able to function," because I was so tired, I could have just slept and not I would have eaten the spider in my sleep and not given a shit.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, in your lifetime, you eat hundreds of spiders in your
Oh,
sleep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a horrible thought, but, like, if I don't know about it, whatevs, you know?
Mhm.
I was pretty tired, and so, anyway, we packed up at 3 AM and drove home, but it was hilarious to me, like,
That is
I was
hilarious.
cracking up about it, but we had
Wait, were you
such a good
driving?
time. Do what?
Were you driving since you were so tired, or was she driving?
We drove separately, we met there, so we each had to
Oh.
drive to our homes.
Oh, you're a good friend. I would've been like, "I'm staying and sleeping."
Well, are we gonna stay without her?
Oh.
I don't like new places, I'm scared. And
You guys were
honestly, at that point, I was like, "Okay, well, if I'm gonna be up this late, I'd rather be home sleeping in my bed so I don't have
yeah,
to wake up as early tomorrow." Because I knew I was gonna need the sleep either way because we had already stayed up way too late. So I was like, "Okay, it'll be out of the way, and now I'll just get to set an alarm for a little later, no worries," you know? I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I thought the whole thing was funny. By the time we were done packing up, I had a second wind and was okay, but because of the way I had gotten so tired, and then the second wind, I had a horrible headache.
yeah.
So I was very ready to get home and get in my own bed and go to sleep, but I thought it was pretty funny, and it was a funny way to end the, like, thing, but we really did just have such a good time. When I worked, she, like, went outside and did yoga by this pond and,
Oh,
whatever,
cool.
and it was a really good time, and we just, like, chatted, just chit, 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 just fun, you know?
Yeah, I love that. Like, honestly, that sounds so nice. Like, I don't need a huge adventure or whatever, just good company.
Yes, exactly, and that's the thing I think why friendship trips have failed in the past is so much expectation put around it. You know what I
Mm,
mean? And then, like, also I am a person who has always gotten very tired if I don't get enough sleep, like, I can't push past that. I'm not
yeah,
pleasant when I'm tired. I'm
same.
not, and you add, like, a really long drive to something, and it's just I'm not like, I've been like, my friend that, we've talked about on here, I mean, I really fucked up granted, I also drank way too much and, had taken Phentermine, so that wasn't a good combination, but I have really fucked up some friendship trips, but part of it's because I didn't feel comfortable enough saying what my needs were. Like, the
Mm,
whole thing with the trip that I really fucked up was I wanted us to stay we were driving, like, 8 hours away. I wanted to break the trip up so that I could go to good night's sleep because I'm not good when I don't get sleep. And she didn't really wanna do that, and I should have just been like, "Well, too bad." Like,
yeah,
that's what we're gonna have to do. So then we didn't get in till, like, 2 AM, we ended up having to switch rooms, like, whatever, and I was exhausted the next day. I cannot be somebody else when I'm tired. I don't have control. I'm better now because I recognize, like, nervous system dysregulation, but at the time,
mhm.
I knew nothing about it, and it really affected me. So, I have always fucked up friend trips because I placed too much expectation around the trip and on myself and didn't feel comfortable saying what I needed. And now I just don't care. I'll just be like, "No, I gotta take a nap, bitch." Like, no. You can go explore that on your own.
Yeah, and that's just it, like, you don't have to spend every second together.
Mhm. Yeah, but I just think better communication is the key. Like,
Yep.
I just wanted to be I wanted it to be fun and, like, them to be I took way too much responsibility for their happiness on those trips and then ended up, like, fucking it up, you know?
Yeah.
So it was just nice to it was only 20 minutes away. I loved that it wasn't this huge long drive. I liked that we went separately because then the separation afterwards was not like an extra. I didn't feel like I needed any separation because it had only been a couple days, but still,
Yeah.
like, and because I had worked and stuff during the day and then we came back together and had fun. But still, like, when trip's over, you know? So, it was just nice to not have this huge, long excursion. I love the idea of a staycation. Even a couple hours away even would be fine, but nothing, like, so far.
Yeah, actually 20 minutes is really cool because I guess, when you were talking about driving home at 3 a.m., I was thinking, like, an hour, but, like, 20 minutes isn't bad at all.
No, I wouldn't have been able to do it if it was that long, but, yeah, it was 20 minutes and an area I'm very familiar with, like, it just happened to have so turns out they live on the grounds and they also have a pool house that they rent out because they have a pool. They have a tennis court. They have a pond that's got this huge, beautiful fountain. They've got all this nice seating. The trees are gorgeous. They have a big, like, barn dominium type warehouse where they have like employees
Oh,
there every day working on the grounds.
that's
And then they
cool.
had this guest quarters. So they rent out 2 different spaces. And yeah, with the second night we watched a movie, I just had so much fun. Like, it was such a nice I got out of the house for an extended period of time, got to hang out with my friend, eat really good food. Like, it was just fun.
Yeah, that sounds nice. Also, I miss Trader Joe's.
I bet. I don't ever go because we only have one in the whole state and it's not close
Oh,
to me.
really?
Yeah, it's closer to where I used to live. Even then, I didn't love to drive over there, but it's close. It was like a 15-minute drive before, and now it's like a full 30-minute drive. I should have stopped when I went over to get something from that area for Charlie's birthday, but I didn't. I do love Trader Joe's, though. Did you know they're sister companies to Aldi?
Yeah,
I
'cause
didn't.
in Chicago, almost every Trader Joe's had an Aldi, like, next door or nearby.
Really?
Mhm.
We have so many Aldis and only one fucking Trader Joe's.
Yeah, that is weird.
I was surprised because I thought in my mind, because 'cause I've only been a couple times, but in my mind, Trader Joe's was much more expensive, but she was, like, telling me how much she paid for each thing, and I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah,
it's not."
it's cheap, and also, the thing I don't like about Trader Joe's, it's not really a full service grocery store, like, I
Mhm.
when I lived in Chicago, I couldn't go there and buy everything, so it always, like, was like a supplemental trip, but I went every week.
They have amazing snacks,
Yeah.
great, good for you, healthy, like,
I feel
frozen
like they
meals.
always discontinued the stuff I liked, though, it pissed me off.
Same as Aldi, same, same. We know that if we like something, stock up because it's gonna be gone in a month and you're never seeing it again.
Yeah, and that's how it got at Trader Joe's, I would have a hoarding mentality about it because I was like, it's just a matter of time before it
It's
goes
gotta be
away.
gone. Yup, yup, every time, it's so frustrating. I'm like, "Y'all can't just, use the same suppliers?"
Right. Yeah, I don't know what their logic is because I feel like I can't be the only person who likes it, so, like, this has to be a popular
I think they
product, you
just
would think.
buy what's low price for that time period. Like, I
Mm,
think they're
that makes
constantly
sense.
looking at these certain suppliers and buy what's in, like, a certain budget and then put that out, and
And
based
that's
off
how they
what
keep
those
it low
suppliers are
cost.
putting on sale, yeah.
And that's actually smart because at the regular grocery store, we just see prices continually go up, and it's the same
Mhm.
products.
Yeah, they're
Interesting.
probably like, uh if we do it this way and we have great prices, people are gonna come back in, like, every week trying to get that one item until it's
Yeah,
gone.
And it is kind of like getting a hit, right? Because it's
No, it
like,
is
that's
like,
the only
"They
place
still
you
had it,
can
they
get it.
still had it." Yes. She had brought these, which I've had the mochis before, but I had never had one with ice cream in it. Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Bitch,
Well,
I
mochi is
hadn't.
super popular here because we have a large Asian population, so I feel like I have mochi ice cream at least once a month. I love it.
This was strawberry, and it was so good, like, the outside was strawberry, the inside was like a vanilla bean or something. Oh my
Mm.
god, it was so good. I was like, "I like these a lot." I mostly ate these sweet pickles from Trader Joe's, and we ate so much because we kept trying the pickles with different stuff just to see, and it was so good with everything we ate. I was like, "Oh my god, I love this food so much." My stomach has paid the price, though. It's been almost a week, and I'm still, like, dealing with
Oh,
the
really?
backlash of eating that much over 2 days. For sure, for sure. Let's see, what else was I gonna tell you about? Oh, I spent some time Friday applying to more mental health conferences and 2 TEDx talks.
Ooh.
Yeah. So one's in Tennessee, which I'm in Oklahoma, so that's a good little jaunt, but not that bad. One, I don't even fucking know where this is. Let me see if what I saved what I wrote under 2 different documents. Let me see. I was like, well, hopefully that's not too far, but if it is, I'll be able to figure it out. Uh, Wilson Park. Have you ever heard of Wilson Park? Let's
What
look it up.
does it even say what state it's in?
It just said TEDx Wilson Park, and I never bothered looking.
Let me Google TEDx. Did you find any of the organizers on LinkedIn?
No, not yet. Cause I just
Mm.
Googled and did the forms, but I need to put that on my
Wilson.
to-do list for sure. There's several. There's, like, one in California, one in Arkansas, so hopefully it's
Oh,
Arkansas and not
it's
California.
Alabama.
Oh, that's not so
It's
bad either. Okay.
it's not Florence, Alabama?
No, Alabama's not too bad.
Okay.
It's and I know
Oh,
someone that lives there
nice.
and they would let me stay with her, so
Nice. Well,
yeah.
this looks
So
cool. What
you're
is
right,
the
I do
theme
need
for
to
this
contact
one?
the organizers. Um, I have hair shedding and it's like just you know how that feels, like you have a spider on you? So yeah,
And we
I'm
know how to
excited. Both I applied to speak, I think,
for next
about
year.
subconscious narratives. Yes, yeah, one was I don't even remember. I don't even remember now, shit. I
Well,
didn't
the
put
reason I
anything in my
ask is
phone.
because on this Wilson Park website, it looks like they have the 2026 speaker lineup already. So it's
Oh,
probably
yeah,
for next
it's
year.
for next year for sure.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I recommend, do you know what the theme is for next year?
Mm-mm.
Did it say?
No.
So, and this is why it's cool, although you already submitted your application, but that's why it's cool to connect with the sponsors or like the organizers because they can let you know what the
Oh,
theme
where
is.
it
So then
says
you can
organizer,
yeah, so then you can
then go find them on LinkedIn.
and
'Cause
then they can let you know what the
I didn't understand what
yeah,
you meant, like, how to do that.
no.
So now
So
I
yeah,
know
well,
because okay,
because it
because
gives you
even
their
if I don't get
name.
these 2, I now am semi-familiar. I mean, God, it's hard to fucking find even the events. But
Well,
I
TEDx
want
has
to
a
get in touch with
website.
the OU one, like, all the local Oklahoma colleges have them. So I'm gonna start getting in contact with those organizers for sure because they haven't even opened up submissions for next year.
But there's a TEDx website that gives you all of the events for, like, the upcoming year. Did you go to
Yeah, and
that?
that was I scrolled it for a little bit, but that was really overwhelming.
But you can search by location.
Oh, see, I didn't know that because I was like, "Bangkok is not where I wanna be."
No, like, narrow it down by location. Yeah, because it has
I didn't know you
everything.
could filter it. Okay, because I was like,
Yeah.
"The fuck? Why do I need to know about Hong Kong?"
You don't, unless you wanna
It
go
was
there.
so overwhelming,
But
Angie. Okay,
it is
good advice.
overwhelming.
So even if I don't get either of these, I got over the fear of
But I'm not
applying.
gonna I think you could still like, for instance, the Wilson Park one, you already applied, but if you reach out to an organizer, like, that might give your application a bump or something, but just so you know going forward, if you reach out to the person first, they can tell you what the theme is, and that way you can cater your application next time.
Okay, good idea. I didn't realize that the theme changed every time.
Yeah. Well,
Mm.
for most of them, that's what I
That makes
noticed.
sense because all the mental health conferences do too, so I applied for one, um I don't even remember now, honestly. I thankfully, I kept, like, docs for each application so that I would remember because I
I do
haven't
that
made
too.
presentations for all of them, But although I'm reusing presentations, like,
You
I'm
just have to, like
reusing one for TED Talks, so
yeah, because you
but
just
of
have to, like,
course
change
so they say
nuances.
if they choose you, then they coach you 1 to 2 hours a week to get your speech down to the 12 minutes and memorized.
Yes. So that's the nice thing because you get, like, a personal, basically assistant that's like, "This is exactly
Yeah.
what you need to do," and they help coach you.
That's so cool to me, and then that's gonna get me, like, so much better at all of that, you know?
Well, that's the cool thing about these TED organizers, because I feel like that's their whole theme, like, they want you to win, like, they want speakers, you wanna speak, so that's why I feel like, because I think I mentioned I was cold reaching out to people, and I think I got, like, a 30% response rate, which for cold reaching out to people is pretty high, so they were willing to talk to me.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, and I also liked I don't know if this is what they say on all of them, but on the Tennessee one, they were like, they kinda want you before you blow up, like, they wanna help you do that.
See, that's what I mean,
And
like,
I'm like,
it's like
"Hey,
it is
well,
like
guess
a
what? I'm in the
cool
market for blowing up, so."
well, there's like a cool community in terms of that because it's like, like for us to reach out to some high profile podcast, like they don't give a shit about us. Whereas like I feel
Right.
like TEDx like actually wants people to win.
Yes, yes, although I will say this when I receive podcast pitches from people who have had those, it's not an automatic yes. You know what I mean? Like I go and I look and whatever, but they usually give you at least have something to go look at.
Yeah. But I will say, I think a lot of people are not because I'm with you. Like, I don't think that's like if someone
I'm
were
not that
pitching to me,
impressed. Yeah,
yeah, it's like not an automatic in. I still want to get to know you and learn about you. But I think other people, it's
you're
kind of like
right.
applying for jobs. It's like, well, you have the degree and you're checking off all the boxes, so I want that person, which
Yeah,
I personally
that's
don't
not how
agree
we
that
work.
that's the best way. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I think
yeah.
some people do look at it that way. I'm actually glad that you don't because it's like, yeah, people are dynamic. Just because you have certain things on your resume, that's only
Well, and
speaking to
especially
a part
because
of you.
I'm truly just looking for emotionally available people willing to tell me about their past and their shit and how they've made so many mistakes and what they did to like course correct, all that. Like, I am not here for polished. So the
Yeah.
fact that you can come up with a really polished presentation isn't impressive to me at all. I'm impressed that you were selected. I know what the process is. So I'm impressed with that. Yes. But that doesn't mean that I'm like, you're a good fit for me, you know?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that today, though. I'm like, okay, I'm going to be needing to look at a season 4 soon. And what do I want that to look like? Because I'm starting to feel okay with talking to quote unquote professionals again, like getting more advice, because I think I am wanting I don't wanna say less philosophy and, like, analysis, but I do wanna say more integration. I want people to walk away with real life tips to integrate the things we're talking about, and so I'm kind of starting to formulate how I want that to look.
Yeah, I like that idea because that's what I do on my YouTube video. There's always an action step at the end because I feel like information is everywhere. And I remember I used to struggle a lot because it's like you would read a self help book or whatever, and it's like,
Yes,
yeah, this is really cool. But then what do
yes,
I do with it?
exactly. So That's something that I wanna do, and I don't know, this just popped in my head as we're talking about this, but maybe it would be helpful. I have time to organize this out now of series, like a series on
Mm.
this, a series on this, a series on this, a series on this, like related to the shit I like to talk about, but getting people on, like past guests, like it doesn't matter who, but like maybe I could do a whole section on eating disorders?
And also, that's what I do with my YouTube because I feel like there's a bingeability factor to that because if someone's interested in one video of the series, they'll be interested in all 5, most likely.
Right. Right. That's why I do 3 episodes a week on that show is because of how I consume podcasts. If I
Oh,
like it,
really? Yeah.
I'm gonna want it. I could have probably just done twice a week, and that would've been great, but, um, if I like it, I'm gonna go back and listen to episodes that I haven't heard, things like that, but yeah, I think I'm gonna start fleshing out what I wanna talk about and lining up guests and having it be like a series on this, a series on this, um, soon. I don't know. I mean,
Keep
I'm
me
not
in
in
mind
a
for a
hurry to
guest.
switch to season 4, but what?
Said, "Keep me in mind for a guest."
You're not allowed. I'm just kidding. Of course you can come back on. You can come on whenever, anytime you
Yeah, I
want.
can
I
t
don't care.
I'll talk about anything. You know me, I'm open to
I
talking about
actually have
anything.
thought about there's been times that I've been like, I wonder if Angie would have time to record another episode this week for the other show
Oh, I
because
would do it. Yeah.
you would? Okay,
Yeah.
because yeah, there's lots of times that I'm like, I don't wanna do 2 fucking solo episodes this week.
Oh, yeah, just let me know whenever. Yeah.
Okay, because 'cause
I
I've
can be
almost
like
used one of our fucking Unquiet Soul episodes and been like,
just repurpose
"Best,"
it.
but I'm like, I don't really wanna do that." But yeah, and even shit, I think it'd be kinda cool if one whole series was us 2.
Mm,
I'm okay with that.
I would be down with that.
Yeah, we could
Because you
really.
already know, like, I go deep and I'll talk about anything, so
Right. Yeah, yeah, and I think yeah, well, and shit, we could be doing more of that on here together.
yeah.
So, yeah, I'm really interested in the integration piece. My friend saying that to me a couple of weeks ago has really struck me, and I don't believe in coincidences. And I'm like, "You know what? You're right," because I had so much fucking trouble with integration, so much trouble, so much trouble. Hearing all the shit that the holistic psychologist was talking about, it was too much information and not enough other than I guess
That's
she
actually a
did, but
really
I
good
didn't understand
example.
what she was talking about. I didn't like the future self-journaling, great, why? Okay, I get it, we're rewiring our subconscious, how? There was just so much to not and I wasn't I'll take the responsibility, but I wasn't motivated to do the future self-journaling. Those are hard tasks for me? And
Yeah, but
when I
she's
did
a
start
really
doing
good
it
example of
yeah.
information.
Yeah, it was just too much, you know what I mean? And I didn't understand all of it. And so I just feel like this is where I feel like I really do stand out in some ways is because I can make things a little more succinct than like
Yeah.
her? So I don't know. I love her still. I am forever grateful for stumbling across her Instagram years ago, but yeah, it inspired me to take it down my own path and I want to do more integration, like real life. If you left this episode today with nothing else, here's a way for this week to be so much better for you?
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be anything, like, overwhelming. It's like, just even because I still do this in my everyday life, like, question everything you do and why you do it, and it doesn't mean you have to, like, take action on all the things that you think about. It's just getting
Right.
in that of doing it and then building upon that habit.
Yes. It's like the solo episode that I put out for today. I feel like I did a okay job of, like so awareness isn't enough because, like, we have all these people who can fully say, like, "I'm a people pleaser, I'm
Yeah.
codependent, this is my Enneagram type," whatever, and that's what I really liked about talking about that personality expert when I talked with her, Dr. Shannon, was, like, she says, like, people come to me and they're like, "Well, I'm an Enneagram 3 wing 4, whatever," and, like, that's fixed. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, that personality wasn't developed by
Mm.
experiences and can't be changed by new experiences, you know? And so, I was really talking about how, like, awareness isn't enough. Like, great, you have to great, be aware
It's a good
that you're
start,
doing
but
it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the first step, it's a huge step, but then what's the next step? And the next step really is thinking about your thinking. Like, okay, why why is that the first place I went with that? And how then can I change that belief?
Yeah, I actually had that happen to me this morning. I think I might do an Instagram reel on it because I went running this morning, and so I'm running and I hear some footsteps behind me, and I get kind of paranoid about that because sometimes men
Well,
will
'cause you're a
pace
woman?
behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm a woman. So, because sometimes men will pace behind me, and whether they're being intentional or unintentional, I think it's really fucking creepy because it's like, if you're a man, you should be running faster than me, not pacing off of me behind me. So it really creeps me out, and I'll stop running so they can pass me. But anyway, I heard footsteps behind me. So I turned around to see who it was, and it was a female. And she was like, she looked about my age. She had like a similar physique. So immediately I got all psycho and competitive, and I'm like, not only is she not passing me, I'm going to widen this gap. So I
Oh my god,
sprinted for
I love this.
so I sprinted for like a half mile, which
No.
keep in mind, I have not done any track workouts or anything like that in years. So sprinting a half mile was like not the best idea at all. So I like start sucking wind and I can't breathe. So I stop running and I turn around and she was gone. And immediately I was like, why did I just do that? And luckily, I asked myself these questions enough that I can go straight to the honest truth. And the truth was, I wanted to prove my worth. And I was like,
Mhm.
God damn it.
Yep.
But it's like a perfect example of how, like, my subconscious totally took over and I
Yes, that was your
sprinted. And then I
autopilot.
was like, why? Yeah. And then I was like, why am I doing this? And then when I was honest with myself, it was an answer that I didn't really like to hear.
Of course. And then what okay, so people really look at me a little crazy. Unless they're my client that's worked with me for a while and they have full fucking faith in me, they look at me a little crazy every time I'm like, so then when you recognize that, you talk to the version of you that created that story. If it's 7-year-old you that was performing, whatever, I imagine it, I whatever. Is there anything else to offer for advice for that? Because especially men, they look at me like I am a wacky gal.
No, I agree. Cause I was like, do I need to prove my worth? And it's like, no, I'm worthy. What if she would have passed me? That doesn't mean anything about my worth. It just means that she's a faster runner than me, which
And you're not
honestly,
running to be more worthy to begin with.
yeah. So I was like, it's the whole meaning that we assign to things because, yeah, what if she would have passed me? Who cares? Like, that doesn't make her better than me. She's just a faster runner than me, and that's okay. Like, I'm not
Yes.
I'm not a professional runner, like, that has a sponsor that would drop me because someone passed me, you know?
And
Like,
this
it's
is a
just
perfect example of us constantly placing either ourselves or the people around us on a pedestal for separation.
yeah.
Because what could have happened, and I'm not saying this is realistic, but now my juices are flowing. What if what if you had made a running friend because you were like, "Oh, hi, it's good to see
I
a
thought about that
woman." You know what I'm saying?
because I
But you put yourself on a pedestal or you put her on one. Either way, however it went, like it that one's tricky a little bit, honestly. But like however it was, you created separation between you two by deciding someone needed to be higher or lower in this hierarchy instead of like, "Oh my god, I've been looking for a female fucking running friend."
I
The
actually had that thought, because I was like, I could have actually slowed down a little bit and ran with her, and I didn't.
Yes, because
Like,
this
I
is
had
the
that
only reason
same
I'm even
thought.
thinking of that is because all of my talks right now are about how these subconscious narratives are creating disconnection and how connection is key. It is the
Yeah.
thing that helps us survive. It is the thing that helps us thrive. Connection, community. And so, yes, that immediately is such a great example of how it created disconnection because on the outside, it was competitiveness and it was whatever, but it was the pedestal. I need to be higher or lower than someone else so that I can work on that instead of just going, "Oh, I feel a little insecure right now. What the fuck? Why does it matter?" I'm not going to feel insecure. I'm going to talk to this girl and even take the risk of asking her to be my friend, sort of. You know what I mean? Like, now listen, Angie, let me
Yeah.
be clear. I'm not saying I fucking would have done a damn thing different. I am not saying that. But what this is teaching me, I'm hoping that the next time I'm in a scenario like this, that I'm reminded of this so that I can take those steps to be like, "Do you wanna be friends?" You know?
Yeah, and this is why it helps talking about it, because it was actually really embarrassing when I came to the realization about why I did it, but yeah, let's just talk about these things because I can learn from my mistakes, but so can other people.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and listen, I was just talking I reached out to my running buddy that I used to that I did the marathon training with, and I said, I was giggling my ass off this morning thinking about one time we were running on a really long run, and he said, "Melissa ain't no baby back bitch," and I don't know why, but it made me laugh so hard. So I was thinking about that this morning, and I was giggling, so I decided to reach out to him because it had been a long time since we've spoken, and we were both like, "Man, we need to get back to running." And I said, "Listen, I have no desire for distance running anymore, but I would love to be 5K ready again at some point in my
Ugh.
life?" And he was like, "Yeah, me too. Time is so elusive, whatever." I'm like, "No, for sure, for sure." And then just thinking about that, I was like, I honestly, like, it brought up so many emotions for why I ever stopped running because I gain weight so fucking fast and got so much slower, and when I was a faster I was never fast, but, I could run a sub 30 5K, and I was proud of that, and that was my goal, and I did it, and I liked it, and not being able to being back up in, like, the 11, 12 per minute or per mile, like, there's so much shame in that, and I don't know why, and it's robbing me of the
Oh,
opportunity. Granted, I'm not that motivated, but also, anytime I think about it, I'm like, "What's the fucking point? I'm so slow." I'm like, "The point is I really do wanna go do 5Ks again. I really do, and I would
yeah.
love to chase a pace, like, to get a little faster." You know what I mean? Like, breaking PRs again, new PRs, not old ones, like, "What's my new PR? What's whatever?" But, like, I let so much shame around how slow I will be dictate it, and I fucking love signing up for races. I love
Yeah.
signing up for races, and I was thinking this morning, like, I need to get it together and sign up for because I would have 6 months to do one called Mary Mitchmas. It's at this park near where we stayed for that thing, and it's a hard course for a 5K. It actually is because there's some hills, but, like, 6 months is a good amount of time for that one. Other
Oh,
ones,
yeah.
who cares? Like, I don't need to be in great shape to do other ones, but I just need to start, and I will be much more motivated to be, like, lifting weights and doing leg workouts if I'm doing running too. I bought
Yeah.
running shoes for me and Bryson a while ago, and that's what we need to do. We just need to start again because talking about it this much lately has made me really want to say fuck if you have fun, which I do for 5Ks. I feel really good even walk running them. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But
yeah.
I put so much pressure on the whole thing that it was not fun anymore. It was so not fun because I fucking
That's so
hated myself.
relatable.
At the end of every run, I fucking hated myself for not being perfect at it.
Well, it's funny, like, I used to run 5Ks in, like, 21 minutes, 20, 21 minutes. I would
Yeah,
still beat
Gina.
myself up. I would still criticize myself and
Oh
beat
my
myself up.
god,
So,
really?
I don't think it matters how fast you're running, like,
If you're
as long
gonna
as you
beat
get that
yourself up, you're gonna beat
story.
yourself up.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yes, you're so right. It's terrible what we do to ourselves.
I know, and
I
that's
took
why I
something
had to stop
that meant
running.
so much to me and destroyed it.
But yeah, I think all you have to do is write a new story, though.
Yes, I agree. I really do. I wanna do it for fun. I really do. I wanna because that is an exercise I enjoy. I don't love doing it in the heat, that's one of the problems, but I think if I am okay with walking and stuff while I'm still getting in shape, then I'll be okay, and I just need to do it. I really just wanna do
Wait,
it.
but is that one in the winter? You said 6 months from now?
Yeah, that one will be fine because it's
Okay.
cold and I can deal with it. I run much better in the cold, which none of my friends have ever been that way. I have to run, like, in a tank top even in freezing weather. My
Oh,
very
okay.
best 5K was, like, 26 or 27 minutes, and it was freezing fucking cold outside,
Oh,
like, in the
interesting.
20s, and I took my jacket off and was running without but I have heard different things. I think some of that is related to a histamine intolerance. So I'm gonna start trying to take an antihistamine and a Prilosec or something like that before running, because I also get beet red and, like, it doesn't go away for a really long time, and I've heard this is, like, related to a histamine intolerance.
So that's so interesting. That happens to me because I think I mentioned this before. Like, I cannot run after like 10 a.m. because it's too
Yeah,
hot and
yeah.
I get like beet red and it doesn't go away for hours. I wonder if that's what it is.
Could be. We're also both ruled by Mars. We're gonna be a little
Um,
hot-tempered no matter what, but yes, I think so. I'm gonna try it. I'm just gonna try it
oh,
because even in the dark, because my friend and I used to run at, like, 5 AM before like, I had a friend who would come to my house and we'd run a mile and a half out and back, and we'd do it early as fuck, no sun, and I mean, I'd come in the house and I'd just be beet red. It had nothing to do with the sun and
uh,
everything to do with how high
yeah.
my heart rate gets and all that.
Okay. I think mine's more related to like the direct heat and sun.
No, I get that hot no matter what, so I
Oh,
cannot
but wait,
function when
okay,
it's
I need
really
to
hot.
research histamine intolerance.
Yes,
Histamine.
I wanna look up more too, but yeah, I think I'm gonna try. I think I'm gonna try to get one
Oh,
run walk in this week.
see, I don't think I have that because okay, let me ask you this. Because when I get bit by mosquitoes, I'll have like a really big initial flare up, but then it goes away really fast. And I think it's because I have a histamine tolerance. So I think I'm actually the opposite.
I don't have huge reactions, like, they don't swell or anything,
Oh,
but they'll
interesting.
itch like crazy the whole time.
For a long time.
Yes.
Okay, see, I think I'm histamine tolerant then.
Okay.
Because I just like Googled it really quick.
Yeah, and
And
yours might really be related to the sun,
I think so. Yeah, it's not
because you have
histamine.
fair yeah, yeah,
Because it's really freaking hot to be running in the middle of the day.
right, yeah. I watch these I don't anymore, but when I used to follow a bunch of runners, I'd be like, "How are you doing that?"
I see people running sometimes, like, at noon,
Me
and
too,
it
and I'm like,
makes
"There's
me,
no
like,
fucking
hot and
way.
sweaty.
There's no fucking way. There's no
Yeah.
fucking way, dude." I mean, thankfully, most races are at like 7 o'clock in the morning, so it's like good. But I did do one really, my very first sub 30 was actually a July 4th run in the fucking direct sunlight years ago. But I was chasing someone I knew and decided you won't die if you run out of breath. That was the first time I realized that and forced it. I pushed myself so fucking hard, but I did it and I was really proud of myself. But yeah, I just yeah, I wanna kinda just naturally increase pace and not feel like I have to, like, like, I want to fucking
Yeah.
run and not care. Because other people I let them get in my head that you're not a real runner if you know what I mean? "Oh, so you just, like,
Yeah.
jog? Oh, okay."
Yeah,
And it's
but,
the
like,
same as
who
loving
cares?
to
Yeah.
sing, but never pursuing anything with it because I couldn't write my own music. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Also, there's so many people who are not running at all, so what difference does it make if you're jogging?
Yeah, why didn't I ever look at them and be like, "Are you even jogging, bitch?" Like, cause it was always the people who weren't doing shit
Oh, of
saying that shit to
course.
me,
Yeah.
assholes. And then but no, I let it get to me. Man, I'm feeling pretty motivated, so we'll see. We'll see
I'm
what I
feeling
do.
motivated for you. I'm like, "When is
Thank
this?" It's, like, 6 months from now, but I'm already excited about it.
Well, that particular one is, but, like, that's one I have a lot of fun doing, and the metal is an ornament for your tree,
Oh, yeah, that's
so
cool.
I like doing that. They have several races there throughout the year because they're connected to Red Coyote, which is a big running store, and they have a running program. That's where I did training programs to
Yeah.
start with. I did, a few like, you have people to run with, and you have a coach, and, they prescribe your workouts for you and
Oh,
all of that, and it
nice.
was really nice.
Yeah, like,
It was
you really
fun.
can't lose, right?
Yeah. But it's too far away, so I don't do that anymore. But there are people who run here, like, that I've used to follow on Facebook and stuff, but I don't know. I just got really weird. I just cared too much about the dumb shit, you know?
Same, same. I know,
Well,
it's so
we've
relatable.
discovered some things today. Well,
You
it was
can
so
do
good to
things for
see
fun.
you.
I know, it's good seeing you.
Um, Make sure that you guys check out our show notes. There's links for Angie. Her bio site has links to her book, working with her programs that she's
And
got.
I just dropped another workshop for July. It's all about money mindset. So it's another 3-day workshop, but the day 1 is rewriting your money stories about receiving money. Day 2 is rewriting your money stories about keeping and holding money. And day 3 is all life hot seat coaching. It's called the Money
Hell
Story
yeah.
Rewrite.
Hell yeah. All right. Maybe I'll join.
Yeah,
All
join.
right. We will see you guys. Hey, Ollie Pop.
We're still
We
waiting for
love
our
you.
sponsorship.
Hello. Bye. Hello. Before you go, make sure to check the show notes for all the links. You can join us on Patreon to get our weekly companion, The Unquiet Lowdown, and explore the other membership offers waiting for you there. And if you're enjoying the show, it means so much when you hit that follow button and give us a 5-star rating to help other souls find their way here.